Instagram is famous for depicting the most beautiful version of anyone's existence, the most beautiful holidays you've ever been on, the most beautiful food you've ever had. And so with that, it is hilarious that Instagram put out a statement this week saying that they were going to start cutting back on what they called inauthentic accounts, which is ridiculous because everything about Instagram is inauthentic. And so to discuss exactly what that means, we have Olivia Rosenman, who's a journalist, storyteller, a podcaster, and we have Claire Riley from the technology website, CNET. Inauthentic activity? What does that actually mean here?
They're trying to crack down, as Twitter did in July this year, on fake followers, bots, scam bot accounts. So if you're still using Instagram and you have your 45 followers and you're doing it with your friends, good on you. But there is a whole ecosystem out there where people buy followers because you are literally buying influence and you are buying the ability to make money. If you have 100 Instagram followers, you're not much. If you have 1 million Instagram followers, you can get things like paid posts, you can get free gear and free junk to promote because this whole influencer economy is massive and so much bigger than we know.
For Instagram, what is motivating this, right? Because the more people that have big numbers, more people are advertising, the more money that Instagram makes. So why, realistically, why would they actually want to crack down on something like this?
I mean, don't they just want to look like they're doing the right thing like all these other rotten social media
Okay.
And also,
Angry Rosamund in the corner.
Well, there is a point that I want to make. We sort of have this unquestioning belief that all of these technologies and programs are making our lives better. They're making us more connected. They're filling our eyes with beautiful things. And I think we all need to stop and start asking ourselves more often, is this technology making my life better? We kind of believe that these things are being rolled out with humanity's best interest in mind. And the truth is all this stuff is rolled out by people with lots of money and lots of power who want more of both.
I actually don't think that this stuff is at least initially being rolled out with this is going to make the world better. I think this is going to make the world easier is an argument that I hear executed a lot, and that I actually think they are on solid ground. They have made life easier on some
I
of these
think
points. Better separate issue, but easier.
the Silicon Valley easier argument, I mean, I completely agree. I think there's a day of reckoning coming for a lot of these tech companies, and they will realise, as I saw someone say on Twitter, that they're cigarettes for the soul. They do something that makes you feel good, but it's like, it's bad for you. And you know, eventually, oh, this is bad for me. As for the easier point, I've also heard the argument that Silicon Valley and tech bros are essentially trying to monetize and, I guess, sharing economy their way through jobs that their mum used to do for them. So I used to get a ride from mum. Well, I'm going to get a ride from a car now. I used to get my groceries delivered to me. Well, now I'm going to get a company to do that. Convenience economy, it's just tech bros wanting everything their way.
Okay, I'm going to pick up on one point there. Is it inherently bad? Is that about the technology or is it about our relationship with the technology?
It's technology as a tool, right? It's guns don't kill people, rabbits do. I think that's the song.
It's true, they do. They are vicious.
Look, I don't think it's that it's all necessarily bad. I think it's that we need to stop with each new thing that we get, you know, from a mobile phone upgraded to a smartphone, essentially, you know, a computer in our pocket, from going on Facebook once a day to it expanding to sort of just be there all the time. It's like we need to stop and just ask ourselves along the way, is this a positive development? Is this something that is actually going to help me make things easier, make my life better, or are there potential risks here? And is there an argument for not actually doing that next thing that's come out, that next tech release? Because that's what it's all about. It's about following this progress of technology that we unquestioningly sort of go along with, because technology progress is human progress. And I think we just need to ask those questions more.
And we've got to stop doing the set and forget. You know, if we think of technology as a tool, when you bring a bandsaw into your garage, you don't just go, cool, I'll leave it switched on all the time and just have it going. You know,
Some people just like the white noise.
you engage with something, you constantly ask questions. So these services aren't inherently evil. And when you hear from the companies themselves, they're always going to sell you the positive story, whether it's the Facebook connecting people, the Uber bringing you hot soup when you're sick. All of those things are fantastic, but you need to engage with the service and ask questions when it's not fantastic, and you need to be conscious of what you're doing. And I think in the case of Instagram, think about how much you engage with it. In the case of Facebook, how much information am I giving them? I think it's a good thing, but only in the right hands and only when we're doing good things with it.
All right, there is lots more of this in the podcast of Download This Show. We're also talking about Facebook because it's Well, I mean, it's 2018. When are you not going to talk about Facebook? That is on the podcast. We're also talking about Tumblr as well, which was kicked off the App Store on Apple devices for a very peculiar reason. If you are watching this on TV or online, I want you to head along to the ABC News YouTube channel, head down to the comments, leave a comment for something you'd like the show to cover. That is where we are picking up your ideas for the show in the future. With that, I shall leave you to get on with your lives. Huge thank you to Olivia and Claire. My name is Mark Fennell, and this has been Download This Show, or a bit of it anyway.